just show your abs to the fucking wall, dude.
Hey,
it don't work like that.
I'm curious though. I'm curious. What was the think tank like the day you guys decided just to fucking rip off the whole Bullet Club thing? What was like? Yeah, you know what? That'd be fucking cool, man. Like, what is the thought process?
There's no way. There's no way no one's gonna make fun of me for this.
As long as Gallo doesn't find out about it, no one's gonna make fun. No,
we just didn't care. We knew whatever name we were gonna pick.
Well, yeah, I mean that's a given.
That's a given. So
yeah.
it's like, why not pick?
Attack on Titan. That's coming out.
Well, I mean, I know you didn't care. I mean, because if you actually cared, you'd try to make it somewhere in wrestling, but be original. But so what else besides that obvious fucking?
It's a good question.
I'm just curious.
Why did the hard-hitting questions start when I started riding?
Because there's no fucking escape. You gotta pay attention.
Yeah. And you're the dumb shit that decided to go on with a fucking name like the fucking Brother Club.
Was there ever a thought?
Why does it bother you so much?
Because it's dumb.
Okay.
That's very bare bones.
Does it prevent you from sleeping at all?
Well,
I wake up in a cold sweat sometimes. Like, what the fuck?
What bothers me is like just about everything I see wrong in pro wrestling is in your guys' tag team right now.
How so? Explain.
Well, bad gear, bad merchandise.
The merchandise isn't bad.
You guys don't actually train, so all you do is spots and fucking normal shit, like the same shit over and over again. But no actual wrestling. Like you could jump in the ring and hit your cutter, which everybody kicks out of. Which I don't even know why the fuck you use a finish for a fucking cutoff. That's not his finish. I know it's a cutoff. That's a cutoff. A diamond cutter for a cutoff, and an RKO for a cutoff is cool. And then but you have to apply a headlock or a wrist lock, and you're fucking out of it. What's that? A fucking what time is it? What'd you say? Wristwatch? You fucking don't know shit. The fuck. Oh, did I mention bad gear? Oh yeah, really bad gear.
Bad gear.
Then there's the fact.
Hey, at least he has his gear.
Not my gear. I just forgot it for a minute. Plus, there's the fact that you're blatantly ripping off something that's over now. You couldn't wait 10 years for everybody to forget the Bullet Club and then do it. No, you got to do it right now. Right now, when it's the hottest thing in the world. Really?
You see, when we picked the name, we weren't really thinking of the Bullet Club.
Okay, let's stop. No. Let's just stop right where you ended that first part of it. We weren't thinking.
You weren't.
Obviously.
You weren't thinking Bullet Club when you named yourself the Brother Club. You can't fucking say that with a straight face.
We put some names in a hat, and that's the one we picked up. Sorry.
What was the other names in the hat? The Brother Foundation. What was the
Brother Lishon?
Bro Generation X. What the fuck?
Brother Generation X.
Oh man. The BWO. Oh wait, that's already been done.
And then
it doesn't matter because so's the Bullet Club. So I mean, why not do it again?
Then we had Brother with all periods in between, like the shield. That was in the hat. Brother Mania was one of them.
Remember that time you wanted to come out for your match against Hammerstone dressed in all fucking like body paint like a week after Finn Balor did it?
No.
He doesn't remember that. He's like, I don't remember that one.
I seem to remember us having a similar
And
conversation.
we had to have a fucking come to Jesus meeting with you. Like, that is a horrible idea. Stop ripping everyone off. And you're like, okay, no, you're right. I'll stop for a few weeks, and then we're gonna come up with a new team name.
Here's another question. I'm curious. Like, are you guys like supposed to be heels, faces? Or just cool? Like, oh yeah, are you just cool? Like, because Charlie's supposed to be this big monster, and then he tries to be funny, and it's just very fucking confusing.
And that's what I said.
Oh, by the way, you know what else is really confusing? Is like when you guys post pictures in like your shitty gym and you're eating pizza in the fucking background while you're fucking working out.
That
like,
never happened. You're exaggerating again. Not only did you exaggerate your time frames.
Well, I'm just assuming because fucking I could have sworn the picture was at fucking.
Well, it was at Planet Fitness.
It was at Planet
but they weren't
Fitness,
eating pizza in it. Come on, man.
Maybe Seda wasn't eating pizza, but I know Charlie had a large pizza sitting somewhere by that treadmill. Okay.
Oh man.
I love you all. I hope you all have great lives.
Hey,
it's pretty good right now.
Have a good night. I hope you all have a good night. I love you all. I just wanted to let you guys know I care about all of you.
This is fun.
No,
I find it enjoyable.
this is only the beginning, dude. It's going to get worse. I'm not trying to pick on you. I'm really not. Like, I want to know. Like, Gallo is trying to pick on you, but like, do you? And I'm not being an asshole. Do you see or do you not see how? Since you got, and legitimately, you guys are like a blatant ripoff of the Bullet Club, how that's going to limit you in some way? Do you not see that?
Yeah, you don't think people look at you and go, look at these welfare motherfuckers right here.
Is that a yes? Like, you gotta think broad scope. You can't just think, and again, depending on how far you want to go with wrestling and what you want to do. That's the scope you have to think of. And this particular instance, this is very limiting because anybody on a larger scale is not going to take that serious because it's such a ripoff. Now, when the fucking Young Bucks started doing this whole thing, it was like a slap in the face ripoff of like the Click, right, or whatever, and that's why it got over because it's continued to get over because it's so over the top. And since that thing has gotten so over, there's been like fucking 60 welfare incarnations of it on the indies, and it's completely watered down. So like, no one's ever gonna get the original unless they go to a fucking New Japan show or a Ring of Honor show. You know what I'm saying?
Now, out of those 60, you guys are the top of that list, though.
You are the top of the 60.
Of that fucking 60.
You are far above the Arrow Club. We will give you that.
Yes, we will give you that. But that's what I'm saying. If you want to go further, like, I would think like a credible promoter would be like, kind of don't want to book the team that's like Welfare Bullet Club because that's kind of welfare. I don't know. Maybe, and again, I'm not trying to be an asshole. Maybe that's just the way I'm thinking. I don't know.
I'm trying to be an asshole.
Well, I know that, but
I wouldn't book you. Just saying.
You wouldn't book me or you wouldn't book us?
I wouldn't book you as that stupid team. I did book you. I wouldn't book you in that team.
Wait a second. No, I just feel like it like handcuffs you. As far as like how far you guys can go, what you guys are gonna do. Because you can't ride that to NXT. You just can't. You know what I mean? Like, what happens if you get a tryout at NXT, both you guys as a tag team? Like, oh, what's your gimmick? Oh, we're the brother club. They're gonna fucking laugh at you. You know what I mean? Unless it's
they
like
might just book you to laugh at you.
Unless it's like some ridiculous parody that's like completely over the top. But
oh yeah, I also suggest no more of those fucking 7-minute long booking videos. Seriously, so bad. That was about 8 minutes too long. It was only a 7-minute video.
I started watching it in the car, and at 2 minutes in, he goes, "Why the fuck are you still listening to that?" I'm like, I want to turn it off.
And then I got to the part where you actually said a booking fee in it, and I wanted to reach through the phone and rip your fucking face off. I know you're from Arizona and you got trained poorly because you got trained in Arizona at CWF Shitbag or whatever the fuck the name of the company that fucking faggot was running, but besides that, like, I know you've never been taught like how to do good business, but you know, when you actually like are around somebody like Hammerstone that can books all the time, I think you'd actually like listen to his advice and do something stupid like that. I'm serious.
Still love you. I'll be good girl. He did listen to his advice when he asked Alex how much he gets booked for.
TAC people were wearing, because I saw like 6 or 7.
There's a bunch of them.
Not counting the Aero Club and all that shit, but there was like 4 or 5 different other ones that were like something kind of club, and I'm like, dude, seriously, like.
Well, what a great Joe. What did you say last night when we were fucking with what's his name on his Facebook post? Just having fun, and someone's like, "Oh, the Bully Club's going in on them," and they're like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, fucking Bully Club thing." What did you say?
We're the bullies, not the Bully Club. We're not jerking each other off.
We're not.
Circle jerking. You said circle jerking. Yeah.
Yeah, it's circle jerking here. We're just the bullies.
So then if we change
Well, I mean, the fact that you're really not brothers
Ripping
kind of
off
is
every
weird.
black dude since the last 50 years.
The brother Smith. Now that was a
Just
good
call yourself the fucking brothers, dude.
That'd be way better.
Or even the good brothers would have been better than that.
Yeah.
You don't need the fucking club thing, dude. Like, it's just fucking so played out.
Or since, like, the only reason why you guys are a tag team is because you come out, because you actually don't wrestle like a tag team. Why not just be
we've talked about
R3 and Evan Daniels? Leave the exciting part off because you still haven't gotten that part yet.
We've talked about that, and they get that. Like, they gotta figure out who they are as a team. They don't wrestle collectively as a team right now. It's two separate guys. There's no gel in between.
That hit a lot of spots.
I think that's part of the problem, or part of the hang up there. The part of like what doesn't allow you guys to work as a cohesive unit is it's very spot oriented instead of naturally working together. Like if you guys were in a fucking bar fight together, that's not like, you know what I mean? You got to think of it like that. And I'm not saying like just brawl to the fucking death, but especially well, that's us.
Works for me.
But especially with two guys with such a completely different style, to be working like a very spot-filled match, it's hard to like naturally gel together your styles in that way. Because it's like, okay, this is what I do, and this is what my partner does, and we're just gonna do it. We just gotta figure out when we can do it. And that's taken away from the team element.
You know what I think would help? Have you ever been to a Bob Evans seminar?
Oh, fuck that, dude. Bob Evans.
I have.
No, maybe you should get in the car and drive
you
to a
went to
show
a
that Bob Evans is on, and that way he can get on the show, you know, because that's what you're supposed to do. The promoter should book you if you drive to a show, even if you're a shitbag.
No.
No, yeah.
What?
He was at the CWFA show?
Yeah.
And how valuable this was, all the shit he said.
Very.
Now, take Bob Evans out. put Gallo in his place. Essentially the same thing. Except you've been more places than fucking Bob.
I was gonna
Bob
say.
Evans, right?
I was about to punch you in the face right now.
But you haven't been with Ring of Honor for 7 years, bro.
No.
That's a big deal because he's with Ring of Honor. Like,
Oh, I'm sorry. I was having more fun going to Europe and Japan than fucking staying.
you gotta be a Ring of Honor, dude. That's how you know you get it.
My bad.
I find it funny though. He has been in Ring of Honor for fucking 7 years and hasn't cracked the fucking like dark match. Or like just the
I find it funny.
opening
He's been in
one.
Ring of Honor for 7 years, and I didn't even know who the fuck he was till you told me. You know who I do know in Ring of Honor?
Who?
Cheeseburger. That's a cool motherfucker.
Yeah, Cheeseburger fucking
Cheeseburger's
worked a big
a
program
cool
with him,
motherfucker,
dude.
dude.
Cheeseburger worked a huge fucking program with
Yeah,
him.
well, it's a good thing that he had Cheeseburger to help get him over.
When I was in the fucking PWI top 500 for the first time, like last year or whatever, and somebody tagged me in like the picture of the page, and like one of my coworkers was like, "That's awesome!" Like they thought it was a bigger deal than it was. They're like, "That's awesome!" Blah blah blah. And they're like showing people, and then one of my managers looks at the page because I was like 450 some shit, right?
Yeah.
Cheeseburger's like 448. And he's like, "Some guy named Cheeseburger's better than you." I think less of you.
But you're like, but it's a work.
My brother.
It's a work.
I sent my $20 just like everybody else.
I sent my pictures in. I had my mom write a letter. I sent my own shit in. I told you one year I'm gonna fucking send in an imaginary person's fucking pictures and stats, and I promise you that fucking shit will get in there.
Oh, hell yeah, it'll be in there.
I'll put a nice fucking crisp $20 bill in there. Definitely getting in there.
Dude, if Ron Sutherland can get his ass in there, what's his name now? Von Hess or whatever his fucking shitbag name is. If he could get himself in there every fucking year, please do not tell me that the PWI is a legitimate magazine. Because that guy all he runs is Yard Tart Federation.
I remember when I first moved out here, Nav was in it, and like that's when I first met him, I think. And he literally wrestled like maybe one match that year. It was like a shitty school show.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know, for something. And I'm like, wait, this is all work? I was so like heartbroken. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. How could that be?
I don't know what they do there. It's stupid.
It's a letter writing campaign.
Yes.
That's all it is.
back to the subject at hand about this brother club thing.
Oh, Jesus. He almost got to the venue without having to answer any questions.
Bad.
I've shaved off sometimes, and it should be there at a decent time.
Dude, this shit, my elbow's fucked right now, dog. It's driving me nuts.
It's because it's pressing on that Olin nerve.
Ulnar.
Whatever it's fucking called. The nerve right there. You know what you do? I got a fucking knife, bro. Let me cut it. I'll perform some bedside surgery for you right now, dude.
Do you think this is what's in my knee then? Because it feels the exact same.
Could be.
What do you think, Steven Seagal? Could it be the same thing?
Listen,
Call me Steven Seagal again.
Listen, I've been working with sis for 35 years.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that before Hammerstone took over my spot as being the most active wrestler in Arizona, I had already fucked my body up so bad I had to figure out how to fix it with duct tape and pen knives. Okay.
I just fix it with prayer to our Lord Jesus Christ.
I see that's worked really well for you, huh?
Hey, I've been told I needed surgery trace times. And how many surgeries have I got?
You probably want to delete that part from this video.
And don't post that. I don't want WWE.
No one's gonna see this anyways.
Witch doctors. I got witch doctors.
We definitely want to delete that one from you. All the shit about him and the Brother Club and R3 and all that shit, you definitely keep that in.
Leave that in?
Especially the part when I called like Tyson Tyler a faggot and fucking all the shit about bad training in Arizona and how nobody knows how to run a school or anything right because all the people that train people suck. Yeah, you keep that part in there.
You trained a bunch of guys out here, I heard, Gallo.
Motherfucker.
And apparently I killed some guy in training too.
Well, yeah, I heard that a long time ago. But Gallo, didn't you train a bunch of like guys like Monster Mayhem and stuff like that?
Do you want to get punched in the face to that fucking camera right now?
They come up to me all the time telling me how you fucking, that's my trainer.
Yeah, but do they come up to me and tell me that?
Monster Mayhem also told me to model his physique after you.
Well,
Let me see that.
well, no, they don't come up to you and call you trainer. They just like to call you brother on Facebook.
Oh, fuck my life. God. I don't claim anybody. Only one person I've ever trained has made it out of training, and he lost his fucking mind.
Do you think you're responsible for that?
Possibly.
Okay.
Could be.
Are you trying to make Evan Daniels lose his mind?
Yes.
That's what he said. He goes, by the end of this fucking trip, he's gonna either quit or fucking
Kill
or
himself.
jump off a roof.
Hey, the first time I ever rode, like the four of us, they buddy-buddied with Joe really quick. And I was left to the fire.
So he survived.
You come out a better man.
I'm really upset that Joe's not jumping in on this.
He's watching his movies. He's watching his programs.
He's watching his stories right now.
What the fuck is he doing?
He's watching his stories.
All hunched over.
Are you watching the new Flash?
Now, Evan, you gotta understand. We don't fucking do this to like pick on
Oh,
you.
you're watching the new Supernatural?
We're trying to make you better. Like we fucking ripped into Hammerstone
I haven't
last
watched
night.
the last season.
Yeah, it's like, but he deserved it.
Dog, I got ripped into like 25 minutes after my match last night.
I know. But you know no one's gonna tell you that stuff. You know, all you're gonna hear is fucking from a bunch of fucking jerk-offs that want you to sleep on their couch to fucking, oh, you guys, that's fucking good shit, man, good shit. No one will ever tell you the bad stuff.
Why do you want to hear what's good? It's good. You should only want to hear what's bad.
And you can
Unfortunately for you, what's bad is usually like 95% of the match. So it's a long conversation.
No, you can hear the good, and it's good to register what's good because you remember to, you know, that stuff you want to keep applying. But you got to spend more time on the stuff that's not as good or you can improve upon.
I got you, brother.
Please don't fucking brother me. Fuck.
I just don't understand why you decided 3 sweet people. Why you didn't do it like this? So it's actually like 3. It's different. Even though it's a ripoff, it would have been different.
Because Christopher Daniels did that on our age.
So what? Rip him off. The fuck? You ripping everyone else off? Who gives a shit?
Technically, you're kind of ripping off ASU too, since that's kind of ASU's fucking logo.
ASU's fucking shit. Fuck them. They're irrelevant in wrestling.
Or you're kind of ripping off the greatest thing in the world, the Shocker. You know, doing the pink one of the
It's
same.
not even the same thing.
I've
What are
never
you talking
even
about?
done that.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I've never actually done a shocker.
Oh man, what's wrong with you?
Well, Gal, forcing it on someone doesn't fucking count.
They all enjoyed it afterwards.
In fact, yeah, no, the only times I figured buttholes when I was actually fucking the chick.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't go into foreplay and everything. That's the real fun of it.
I don't want to. I actually want to do it.
So they had your dad.
I had that one there, bro.
My one Mexican actually. We opened up a first
All right, everybody. I'm here with a beast of a man, a good guy though at heart, and a staple here
Thanks,
in
man.
Northern California. Jr. Kratos.
Thank you,
Kratos,
man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Absolutely,
Thank you,
man. I appreciate you. The reason why I wanted to get a chance to talk to you is because you are one of the more positive guys that is out there, especially in the wrestling scene. Whenever I see you post anything, or just in general, with whether it's stuff going on in your life or your career or whatever, maybe speaking at schools, which I've seen you do before
Yeah,
too,
man.
which is
Yeah,
awesome. Has that always been that way for you? Have you always been a positive guy, or is it just something you had to kind of like work on over the years?
No, man. You hit me with the deep one right off the
That's
bat.
what I do, baby. That's what I do.
No, man. Honestly, it's been a journey. You know, the childhood was rough, upbringing was tough, and it's something I learned throughout just the trials and tribulations that were presented to me in life, and just all that nonsense within itself. I grew up in a rough neighborhood, so that alone was it, and just life in general, man. You know, sometimes it just throws curveballs at you, and you gotta learn to just understand. And I was very stuck in that negative, always looking at the negative, man. It was just, because that's what I did, and the more I get out there and speak and have those opportunities to speak to a lot of people, that's what they tend to do all the time, man. Is just right off the bat, just, man, why is this happening? Why is this happening?
Yeah.
Why is this happening to me? And all this and that. And one of the big things in the nutshell, man, is that I share to kids, and when I have the opportunity to speak to adults or just friends in general, man. It's just a real quick philosophy that worked for me, is just start looking at life instead of why is life doing this to me? Why is life doing this for me?
Yeah, there you go.
It's
There you
just
go.
just switch those two words, man, and it can make a big difference in your life. Like I said, it took a long time for me to learn.
Yeah.
I went through a lot of BS. I don't know if you can cuss on
Yeah.
here.
Oh, please do.
A lot
Yeah.
of shit.
He fits it so well.
And then it's just, you walk that journey, man, and you just learn to look at the positive. I've been in the gutter, man, and like I said, you just switch those two words, man, and it makes a hell of a difference, dude. Just instead of why is life doing this to me?
Yep.
Why is life doing this for me? And it's a trip, man. When you look at that, you start looking at things more positive, and you understand that life is doing things to prepare you for your future, and whatever that case may be. Because chasing a dream, man, I'm a realist, man. This shit is hard.
It is, for sure.
It's fucking tough.
Especially this business, you know what I mean? Like, nothing's handed to you. And you make a really good point. It's all about perspective. Like you said, you change two simple words around, and your whole viewpoint on something changes. And people are so quick to look for that easy answer, which is usually, oh, why me? Poor me. Oh, I have the shittiest luck. Rather than, and this is something we've been talking about a lot lately, is, okay, this is a situation that's presented to me. It's not ideal. It's kind of fucked up. And what I got to do to learn from this situation,
Absolutely.
what do I got to learn to improve? Was there like a certain point in your life that was like that turning point where you're like, I got to change the way I think, or I got to change my perception on some things?
Absolutely, man. This is one, I've never shared it, so.
This is an exclusive. There we go.
It was rough for me. I've always been a fan of wrestling.
Yeah.
Always been a fan of wrestling. And what just really changed my whole get up is I was living in a garage with my daughter, man, and literally, it was just, times were tough. I was being a dumbass, in the streets, doing dumbass shit, and just realized, I'm in a garage with my kid, decided to really just chase my dream, man, and start looking at the positives, and just changed my whole get up, surrounded myself with people that are actually doing stuff with their life, and striving to be successful in whatever the case may be. One of my biggest mentors was, at that time, I was chasing bodybuilding. I was in bodybuilding for a long time. And you know, he was a professional bodybuilder, and you know, just being around him and seeing his grind and seeing his work ethic and just seeing everything around him was just happening so good. But it was just the work, the hard ass work that went behind the scenes. You know? It just to be what you are, and surrounded myself with really good people, man. Got out of the ugly I was in, and just having my daughter, man, and just realizing where I was at in my life and looking at her and the situation we're in, I was like, fuck, I got to do something. So. Door of opportunity opened for me in Sacramento with SPW, and I just kicked the door down, and here I am, and I've been very, very blessed. So
yeah, you've been romping and stomping ever since then,
thanks, man.
And you know, it definitely shows. So you said like your daughter essentially was your turning point.
Absolutely.
Everyone has that one thing or that one situation or that fed up moment where it's like, I got to change it.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad you were able to find yours. And you mentioned something again, that's something we talked about, is really surrounding yourself with the right people and cutting the negativity out of your life and cutting those negative influences out of your life. And for a lot of people, that's super hard.
It's super hard,
you know?
too, because for me, it was honestly the people that I least expected to be negative towards me.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you think that these people would have your back and they'd be in your corner, and you realize, you know, shit, man, and it was family. You know, it's like, you know, they're the first ones to tell you, man, what the hell, why are you going to chase that dumbass shit? Like, really, go get a job.
Yeah.
You know, or go do this. Go do something that's more, you know, just guaranteed. But, you know, it's like anything, and I always say, man, it's one of my biggest mottos is just to dream big, dude. Dream big, man, and chase what's inside you. It's like, if you feel you have to do that, do what makes you tick, man. And it's such a good life. It's not an easy life.
No, it's not.
But that's what makes the values and the winnings so important, man, is because you know you genuinely put in that hard ass work. So every opportunity to get to shine and everything that happens to you on a good note and shows you that you're on that path that you need to be on, it's so enlightful, man. It's so positive, so uplifting, and everyone around you that's in your corner at that time realizes, oh shit, okay, this is why he's doing it. And it's it just keeps coming. And honestly, the grind is tough, but it's like those moments happen at the right times.
Yeah,
you know, they
it's
always
like the perfect storm,
do.
You know,
they always do it so fucking hard. And the moment you're like, you know what, damn it, something opens, and you're like, okay, just to gratify you and make you reassured that you're on that path. So
life has a strange way of working out in your favor. I think when you have a positive attitude, those things just kind of like fall right into place, and I don't think that's by chance.
No, it's energy, man. It's that energy you're putting out to the universe, man. You're positive. You do things for people. You're a good person. You just treat people fairly, man. People respect, you know, and just all that. Fear none, though.
There we go. There we go. That's what we talk about, putting the boomerang out there. Whatever you put out there is going to come back to you, whether it's good, whether it's bad.
Big believer in that, man.
And so we talked a little bit about speaking at school, speaking to adults and things like that. And some people, like for me, I know when I share this kind of stuff with other people, whether it's children, whether it's adults, I share my story about my battle with alcoholism and how I've overcome that. And a huge part of me being able to stay sober to this day is being able to share my story. And also part of that is spreading that positivity, spreading my lifestyle, my mentality, what works for me. How does it affect you? Sharing your story and talking to these kids and talking to these adults about, you know, what their lives could potentially be.
It's really awesome, man. It's it is gratifying beyond words. It's because every time I have those opportunities to speak to children, adults, you're in just front of an audience that is just glued to every word. You walk away learning so much about yourself, and you learn from that experience. And that's why, like, one of my biggest things I say too is like, I'm inspired to inspire, man. And that's real shit for me, because every chance I get, I love doing it. But then when I'm driving home and I'm like, damn, I should have said that, damn it. You learn so much, like you learn so much. And then when you get the stories from them and you get the messages from them, it's just super, like I said, man, it's the greatest feeling in the world, you know. And I started my own business with the Dream Big Click Productions, not to go off track or anything, but
please.
We're doing things with kids in the community and stuff like that, and we just got signed on with the prisons, man. So I'm
good.
super excited about that. We're gonna start doing programs with the inmates in Folsom, and then working on San Quentin right now, and just all the surrounding prisons here. And I'm really stoked about that. But you know, all in a nutshell, man, it's awesome, dude. It's an awesome feeling just to share your story, realize how much of an impact it has on someone. If even just 1 out of 50 in the room.
Yeah, you got to take those small victories.
It really spreads like wildfire, man. It really does.
It's an awesome life to live, and like I said, the benefits, you know, they come tenfold when you're least expecting it. And this, you know, a lot of people think, oh, this guy's so positive. Oh, this guy's always looking at the bright side of things. He's an optimist, and you know, I'm more of a pessimist kind of thing. And they think like we're born this way, and it just comes something that comes natural. But one of the things that they really don't understand, I think, is how much work actually goes into just trying to stay that mental course.
And that's what I was telling you. Like, I'm a realist, man. I'm not gonna bullshit nobody. I struggle with it every day.
Sure.
You know, every day. It's like, you know, it's really true, man. Not getting deep, but your mind has like a 5-second window. If you really think about it, some people are shorter. You make a decision, your mind can talk you out of doing something within 3 to 5 seconds, instantly. If you react on that, if you think of that every time you think negative and just rewind yourself and think of that, it really is true, man. If you make a decision to do something and you sit there for 5 seconds, your mind can talk your ass out of it like that. And I struggle with that every day, you know, and it's just try to stay positive and do all that. It's a struggle, man.
Yeah, it's a constant audit, really,
It is.
on your emotions,
It really
on your
is.
feelings, on your perception, on your output, on whatever it is you're saying, whatever it is you're thinking. You really have to be, you know, very self-aware in this line of thing, and especially to be successful and kind of stay the course. But Kratos, where can people find you? Where can they follow? Where can they follow what you're doing with your organization as well?
Yeah, hit me up on Facebook, guys. JR Kratos. Same with Twitter, JR_Kratos. Same with Instagram, Facebook. Business is Dream Big Click Productions. I stay pretty active on that on my Facebook as well. Support me, guys. Support the movement. It's an awesome ride. Hit me up on DM. Hit me up on Messenger if you want to be a part of it. I'm open to everything, man. So appreciate you guys and thank you for the support, man. Serious. Thank you.
Thanks to Kratos, man. Absolutely, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it.
There's so much payback. I got you now.
We can wait for 1 more minute.
Hey, bro, you gotta look at this shirt right here. This right here is a t-shirt. You use your monies to buy it and make sure that I can eat food and get gas to the next town. Now, see, this right here is a Phil Singer card. Old school people used to get them in the back of PWIs. Now you get them from the Class Connection. Hold them up.
I thought we were kayfabing the photos, bro.
This man. You kayfabe the photos, but you pay for mine.
This guy.
Pay for my photos. Kayfabe that.
Kayfabe the free.
You hear that, Morgan Dollar? Kayfabe the photos, but you buy mine, brother.
Hey, the photo's super over.
His mama made him that robe.
40 minutes.
I'm sorry, who is he again?
Rock Riddle, mama made. Hey, for the notice right here, Rock Riddle told me last year, Cauliflower, there's a $5,000 reward for whoever finds that robe. Still out. It still applies.
I like how you actually carry your shirts in a fucking Halliburton.
That's right, baby. Let me show you how I pack up my merch.
I like how you called it a Halliburton. Well played, sir.
That's
That's a worker's way.
Even works the briefcase. That's clearly like a Mansonite or whatever.
You're right.
I believe it's Samsonite.
You fucking
He was way off.
If you believe it's Samsonite.
Yeah, you ain't high. See, a Halliburton would fucking close much smoother than that.
It's Halo Bird.
It says Samsonite right there, brother.
Whoa, and it's locked.
But don't show my code, brother. Can't show my code.
Usually got a hair
Yeah, he bought it like that. He can't change the fucking code or a lock. He can't get it back open.
You know, I had to figure out the code when I flew last week. But I found it. While we're there, pick yourself up these awesome Kevin Gill lapel pins.
Draw the new one.
Real talk, bro. Show your PMA power with a lapel pin on your badass suit. Good, brother. When you're hitting the loop, headlock. Strut.